The capable county. What is a county? You already know that the United States is divided into smaller units of government called states. But what are states divided into? Counties. A county is the next smallest unit of government below a state. Counties make it easier to provide services directly to people. The county seat is the town or city in each county that serves as the home for the county government. A county by any other name is still a county, but in Alaska, counties are called boroughs, and in Louisiana, they are called parishes. Counties provide services to you. You've probably benefited from the county services without even realizing it. Have you ever driven on a road, needed a copy of your birth certificate, called 911? Although every county is different, maintaining roads, keeping vital records, and providing emergency services are the kinds of services that counties might provide. But that's not all. Here's a list of more services that counties might provide for their residents. Run elections, operate courts and jails, run hospitals, offer mental health services, provide clean water, keep property records, plan how land will be developed, give relief to the poor, run disease prevention programs, and maintain parks. Paying for county services. It takes money to provide all these services. Counties have three main sources of money to pay for it all: the federal government, the state, and the county itself. The smallest share of a county's money comes from the federal government. A bigger share, usually almost 1/3 of a county's money, comes from the state. But the biggest source of money for a county is the county itself. Most of this comes from property taxes people or business pay on land and buildings they pay inside their own county. Some counties also have a sales tax on items sold inside the county. Finally, counties raise money by charging fees for services the county provides. For example, a county may provide garbage collection, but people who participate have to pay for that service. County power. Counties don't have magic powers. Instead, they get their power from one of two places. In some states, the state itself gives counties the power to carry out duties and provide services. Those states follow Dillon's rule, which says that a county must get authority from the state legislature before it can provide services. These states see the county government as just another part of the state. In other states, counties are considered to have natural powers of their own. Maybe this is a little like magic, but it's actually called home rule. Under home rule, counties have the power to make decisions for themselves about what services to provide. In these states, counties have some independence from the state, but don't get the wrong idea. Even in these states, state laws always trump county laws. Who's in charge around here? There are three ways a county's government might be organized. Commission only. County citizens elect several people to sit on a commission, also called a board. This board has some legislative power because it passes county laws, which are called ordinances, and figures out the county's budget. It has some executive power because it decides what the county's policies will be and carries out the laws it passes. Commissions also share some of their power with elected officials who oversee specific departments, such as the sheriff, clerk, or county judge. Commission, administrator, manager. Under this system, the commission gives some of its executive power to an administrator. The commission chooses the administrator and has the power to fire that person. The administrator carries out the board's decisions. Commission plus executive. Under this system, an elected person separate from the commission has the county's executive power. The executive can sometimes veto decisions the board makes. This is more like a real legislative and executive branch because the commission and the executive can check each other's power. Counties go way back. Well before the United States was formed, England was divided into units called shires. English shires served the local communities and represented the national government. The 13 English colonies in America borrowed the shire system and adapted it to their needs. When the United States government was formed, the writers of the Constitution did not say how local government should be run. As a result, county governments continued and developed into the county system we have today. Vermont's county seats are still called shire towns. Here's what you need to do to make sure you finish everything today. First thing, take the quiz. You know the deal. 3 questions, 6 points total. 1 point just for answering a question, 2 points for getting it right, 0 points for not getting it done on time. Open book, open note, and open internet. Find the answers where you need, but I recommend going back and listening to the video to find answers. Then we need to complete the review activities. They're checked for completion, and answers are provided on the following slides, along with guidance and instructions to find the correct answers. So make sure that you are following along with everything that happens on the next couple slides, and we get our work done on time. Let's go over our review sheet. Letter A, true or false. Circle true, thumbs up, or false, thumbs down for each statement. If the statement is false, cross out the part that is wrong and correct it on the line below. Number 1, counties in the United States come from an ancient Indian tradition. I'll take care of this one for us. That is false. And the part that is false is that it is not an ancient American Indian tradition. It actually is a British tradition. Number 2, rules for counties and local governments are spelled out in the U.S. Constitution. And that one, again, will be false. That is a state constitution thing. Usually they'll lay those out in that state constitution. Number 3, counties have adapted to meet the needs of the communities they serve. Well, that one will finally get a thumbs up, and there's nothing I need to correct there. Number 4, counties all across the United States are managed the same way. Number 5, most of counties' money comes from the federal government. Number 6, the first counties were units of government created as districts. Number 7, the main in-county source of income for most counties is the sales tax. Number 8, a county executive can be fired by the county commission. Number 9, unfunded mandates are services the federal government demands and pays for. And number 10, a county commission can act as both the legislative and executive branch. So for each one of those, circle if it is true or false, and then if it is false, cross out what is not true. B, county power. Label and define home rule and Dillon's rule. So I just want you to label which one is home rule, which one is Dillon's rule, and define it. That should be pretty straightforward. It is pretty much word for word, and I believe these same exact pictures are in your reading. So make sure you follow along there. Letter C, county to the rescue. Help each person below find the county service they need. Our first one, I broke my arm, I need to go to the emergency room. So we have to think which one that would be. And number 1 is actually A in this case. It is a hospital. So hospitals are usually run by the county. It's that time of year again. I need to get a flu shot. Ouch. So if I look at that one, I'm going to see which of these emergency services, property records, mental health services, waste management, disease prevention, road maintenance, elections, land use, and vital records. Well, the flu is a disease technically, so we're going to go with disease prevention. We have a couple more that we have to do. Help, someone's trying to break into my apartment. I cleaned out my shed and loaded my truck full of trash. I need a copy of the deed to my house, so they might need some records. Sniff, I need a copy of my grandma's death certificate, another one that's looking at records. I need counseling, but I can't afford it. Can they really build a gas station next to my house? I just turned 18 and I can't wait to vote. And the road by my house has a big pothole. So go ahead and work through those. You're just trying to match what is described to the county service. All right, go ahead and get started. If you need any help, feel free to ask questions.